Hey everyone, welcome back. In our last class, we understood about class, that is the blueprint, object, that is an instance of a class, attribute, that are the properties of a class, and methods. We also studied how we can access any attribute of a class in this way and how we can access any behavior or function of a class, which is known as the method of a class. Okay. Now, in our last class, we created this class called dog and we created an instance named my dog. We can create multiple instances also. Let's revise by creating one more instance. Your dog equals to class name, pass the parameter. Okay. Now, if I try to access dog dot name, put it in print function. Okay. So we can create any number of instances. So you can see that each dog has separate instance with its own set of attributes and capable of performing same set of actions. Let me show you. Your dog dot sit, my dog dot sit. See, different dogs, different set of attributes can perform the same thing. So these are the advantages of using a class. Now create one more class like class car. Car will be the. Now you tell me what is car? Car is the class, that is the blueprint. Put something inside the doc string, describe it. Now write a function. First, the special function, the special method, constructor, exactly, underscore, init, double underscore. What will be the first parameter? You tell me. Self. Self is the first parameter. Self is the reference to the instance. Now I give make, given model, and year. These are the attributes. So I have to first define the attributes. Self dot make equals to make. So whenever the object will be created, automatically these features will be allocated. Self dot model, there must be some model. Self dot year, the year on which it has been manufactured. Okay. Now write another method. Def get name. Self long name equals to formatted string. Self dot year, self dot make, self dot model. Okay. Now return long name dot title. Now create an object. My car equals to car rd to 2018. Okay. Now print my car dot get name. Title function will capitalize the first letter. Okay. Now let me run it. See. So we have implemented the car class and I have created an object called my car. Now let's understand how we can set any default value to any attribute. If I give self dot odometer reading equals to 0, create a function def read odometer print formatted string. This car has self dot odometer reading miles on it. Okay. Now let me call this function my car dot read odometer. Okay. Now let me run this. Uh, Sorry. Self is mandatory. Okay. So we have given a default attribute here. Okay. So by default, whenever I am calling this function, it is going here and taking the odometer reading 0 because we are not passing anything as odometer reading. Okay. So we can give any default attributes also. Okay. Now suppose if I write my car dot odometer reading equals to 23. Then what do you think? This will be an error or it will modify? See, it has been modified. So 0 was by default. If you provide nothing, it will be 0. But if you want, you can change as well. Okay. Here we have changed the attribute directly, but we can change it by using any method also. Let me show you. Here, if I write def update odometer self mileage. Now self dot odometer reading equal to mileage. Now suppose I call uh, my car dot first I have to update the odometer. I will update by passing the mileage because it is taking one argument. So I can give here 27. Now if I try to call the read odometer, see what happens. It has been updated. Okay. So by calling the update parameter and passing the mileage, I am first calling this function. Mileage is set. So the attribute is updated. Okay. Now if I call the read odometer, so it will call this function and the car has odometer reading which is updated already and it will print. Okay. So you can change any attribute by using a method also or by using directly also. Okay. Now I will show you one more thing. Let me first write and you guess. Def increment odometer. Now self dot odometer reading plus equals to miles. Now I will call my car dot, sorry, I have to pass self always. My car dot read odometer. Before that I have to increment. I have to call the increment function. So my car dot increment odometer and increment odometer by have to pass an argument miles. So I pass 30. So I want the odometer to be updated with adding by adding 30 miles. Okay, now let me run this one. See, 27 plus 30, so it is 57. So what are the things we have learned in this class? Creating multiple instances. Second, setting any default value for an attribute. Third, modifying any value directly. Fourth, modify any value using a method. Fifth, incrementing any value through a method. Okay. So from our next class, we will start the properties of OOPS. Okay. Till then, bye. Happy learning.